All right, if you are looking for a dialer that allows you to increase the amount of dials you're actually making, it allows you to increase the actual connections that you are making. Now, sometimes we forget that the whole point of a dialer is to increase the actual amount of conversations that we have, not just have a vanity metric of a bunch of dials. Now, dialer.io has been a godsend when it comes to connecting with more people. Everyone from Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi to Cole Gordon, and a lot of others in the high ticket coaching space or the info product space use it, as well as hundreds of other businesses. Now, we have businesses ranging from lending to coaching to SaaS using dialer.io to connect with more of their actual leads. Now, if this is your first time seeing dialer.io, we're going to give you a quick overview of what dialer.io is, how the dialer actually functions, the logic behind it. Then I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up using DialerSync, specifically with Close CRM. Now, when we come into dialer.io, you are going to see a screen like this. And we have essentially a couple options. We can see where people are actually dialing throughout the day. So we can see today, the last 3 days, and the last 7 days. And this is an extremely important chart to actually look at, because what tends to happen is when we have a lot of sales reps dialing, we will find that they're dialing very specific times of the day, meaning maybe they come in, they do some dials, they log out, they take a break, they go to lunch, they do something else, they come back in, they notice they're behind on dials. So they start dialing again, and you'll see these huge spikes in actual dials during the day. And we don't want that. We want a nice, smooth curve throughout the day, anytime that we're actually dialing, regardless of what actual dialer you're using. But sometimes that is actually hard to see. Now, we can see that directly here. Now, the concept of dialer.io is that we are using cadences. So we never have to wonder who to call, when to call, how often, or for how long. The leads will enter the system and it's going to route them through the different buckets. So we can see here that we have qualified applications day one, we have qualified applications week one, qualified applications week 2 to 3. Now we can see this priority here, which means essentially the lead is going to come into the priority one. So this means we can hit true speed delete. They're going to get a dial as long as there's an agent available. So we have priority one, the lead is going to enter this bucket first. Then they're going to be redialed every 30 minutes. So that's what the redial timer is right there, for 3 attempts. Now, once we're through our 3 attempts, it is going to shift that lead over to the second bucket. So this is priority 2. Now, if a new lead comes into priority 1, even though we have leads in priority 2, it's going to call priority 1 first. So again, prioritizing the most important leads, the hottest leads first. Then it's gonna hit the second list, and we can decide what redial timer and attempts we want. So in this situation, we have 1 redial every 90 minutes for 7 attempts. So if we just do the math, that's 90 minutes, that's three hours. Typically people are working 8 hours. We're gonna do about 2 dials per day, every day for 7 days, for 7 attempts. So about 3.5 days, depending on where they fall in the week. And then it's going to be shifted to that next list. Okay. And then the same thing is going to repeat. We have a 310-minute dial or redial timer right here for 30 attempts. So we're actually going to get the penetration over the long haul on these leads. Okay. So that essentially is how this works. Now we can structure these campaigns however we want. We can have hot lists, and we can have our hot leads going into priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. We can have a day 1, day 2, day 3. We can have a week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever that may be. In this situation, we're doing a day 1, a week 1, and a week 2 through 6-ish. This is going to depend a lot on the volume of dials that your team can actually make, and then the actual sales team size. Okay. So let's go in and show you exactly how to set this up with Close CRM. Now, before I do that, if you want to get into dialer.io, or you want to explore other dialers, or you just know that you can squeeze more money out of the leads that you currently have, if you had better connection rates, better show rates, you had better follow-up systems in place, click the link in the description below, schedule a time to talk with me or someone on my team, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction. We'll get your system set up so that we can squeeze every dollar out of the leads that we already paid to generate. Now, when I come into DialerSync right here, we're going to see a couple things inside of here. Now, do note DialerSync is not associated directly with Dialer.io. DialerSync allows you to connect Dialer.io to Close CRM, HubSpot, and Go High Level in a very easy way. So We're going to be specifically talking about the Close CRM connection right now. If you want to check out the other video, there should be another video either right after this one or right before this one on HubSpot specifically and how to connect those two. It's going to be a very similar motion though. So when we come into DialerSync, we're going to create our account. As you can see, we have an account here, and we're going to first go to connections. And when we go to connections, we're going to see Close CRM on the right-hand side. Now, what you're going to have to do, if I disconnected this and wanted to reconnect it, I'm going to need an API key, right? So all I need to do is go into Close CRM, go to settings, scroll down on this left-hand side to developer and click on developer. Now, once I do, I'm actually going to see two different options here. I can just click create new API key. I can put in whatever the name is for that API key. And then it's going to give me that actual API key. Okay. Now, you want to keep that safe. Don't share that API key with anyone. And then we're going to pop that API key in here. Once you do, you're going to see the token expiration, the organization ID, and then the latest refresh. Okay. You can see that we have a healthy connection here, and you can always just click reconnect if for some reason you have an issue with that. Okay. Now, the API key right here, you're going to do the same exact thing for dialer.io. So you're going to come in here, you're going to click on this in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click on settings. You're going to click on integrations. You're going to go down to API tokens. You're going to generate the API token, and then you're going to share that with DialerSync. Okay. Now, once you have these two connected, we can move on to the configuration. And this part is extremely important. So you can see close right here. We just want to click on this, and then we're going to see all these different tabs. So we have agents, dispositions, lead statuses, fields, call notes, login reminders, call objects, dialer list, and payload mapping. Okay. So when we come into here, we want to click on dialer lists, and when we do, it's just going to scroll us down. Okay. So you can kind of start wherever you want. Agent mapping. So what we're going to do is we're going to click edit mappings, and then we're going to click import users. And once we do, we will see all of the users on the right-hand side. So we will just select whatever user we want to import into the actual system for dialing. Okay. So you can select that. As soon as you do, it's going to pop up right here. Now, the second thing we want to do is select our disposition. So we want to make sure our dispositions inside of dialer.io map to Close CRM. Okay. So we can see dialer disposition, and then we can see logged as. And we just want to make sure that these match up. You can click edit mappings right here or fetch from dialer. So we essentially want to hit fetch from dialer. That's going to pull in the mappings directly from dialer.io. So again, when we come into here, settings, you can go look at your dispositions by clicking settings, dispositions, and then you will see your dispositions. Okay. So when we come into DialerSync, we're going to click fetch from dialer. That's going to pull this in, and then we can click edit mappings. And when we edit mappings, it's going to allow us to show if it's a connected call or not, and then what this is actually logged as based on the statuses inside of Close CRM. What we want to actually map for the dispositions in dialer.io and these here logged as, we want to make sure we come into the settings section of Close CRM. Then we're going to go down to playbooks and outcomes. We're going to click on outcomes, okay? Not playbooks, outcomes. And then once we're in here, we have the different outcomes. All you need to do is add your outcomes to match the dialer.io descriptions, or these right here. Essentially, what this is going to allow us to do is when a call is completed, we're going to be able to update that call to match the actual disposition. Okay. So you want to make sure those are matched up. I recommend pretty much just starting new. If you have old ones in here, you probably haven't really used outcomes anyways. So you just want to add the new ones in here and then make sure those match up exactly. Okay. Now, on this right-hand side, this is basically saying, does it count as a connected call or not? So you just check or uncheck this. So for example, DQ bad fit, even though it was a bad fit, we still connected on that call, okay? So we just select that and it would be a connected call. Now, obviously connected wrong contact, we didn't actually contact that lead, so we would leave it unchecked. Invalid number, same thing. Hang up in the intro, you can leave it as not connected as well, okay? Now, the next thing we want to do is look at disposition to lead status. Now, you can map on, just like you do here, disposition to lead status, okay? So if you want it to auto update your lead status, you just connect these. So you would edit mapping, you would choose the Close CRM lead status. It will automatically pull these in based on the ones that you have in your CRM. Now, I don't recommend you basing your entire close account off of these different dispositions, okay? If anything, you should have like a connected lead status, and then multiple of these can go to the one. For example, any of these checked could all go to that one specific connected lead status. We don't really like to do this though. I'll show you why. We leave this completely unchecked, okay? So pretty straightforward there. Once you're actually mapped, we want to make sure and come in and just make sure these settings are correct. Okay. So call logging. Yeah, of course, we want that on. Log inbound calls, turn that on. Lock inbound calls to existing contacts only. Yeah, turn that on, right? Log manual dials. Yes, turn it on, etc. Okay. You can just use your brain there. You'll be able to figure out which ones you want on. So pretty straightforward. Now we have call object logging where we can create a custom object. And what this is going to allow us to do is have a separate custom object. And if you've never seen a custom object, you click on custom objects right here. You can create a call object. So this would actually import slightly different from an actual call logging inside of there. We don't really do this for some of the builds we do. To keep it simple, you don't need to do this right now. I would just leave it off until you need it, okay? Now, the next one up is dialer list option. So we want to click sync dialer list, and you should see your dialer list right here. Now, this ID is going to be very important for the next steps, okay? This is essentially telling Close CRM what list we want to enroll them to. Now, if you only have one, you'll only have one, like this account. But a lot of times we're going to have different campaigns with different priorities, which means we have different IDs. And we want to make sure that we do not mess that up, that the ID matches, okay? So pretty straightforward there. Just make sure that you do see your actual thing here. And then the next thing is in custom fields, when we come in here, you're going to see these DialerSync custom fields. Now, you do not need to add these. When you connect your Close account to DialerSync, it will auto create these. So you don't need to take any action, but we will need these in the next step. All right. So pretty straightforward. That is all you have to do there, and that will be completely set up. Okay. Now, the next step is how do we actually enroll leads into dialer.io, unenroll leads from dialer.io, and update things inside of the CRM. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the workflow section on the left-hand side, and we click that. And we're going to create a new workflow. Now, I recommend naming. As you can see, these are named very carefully so we can understand which ones actually exist and what order they're going in. So I'm going to open up this next tab because I already have these workflows open, and we can see O1, new qualified app, English, add to dialer. Okay. App English, this is specific to this brand. All we're saying is when a new lead gets qualified or when a new lead comes in, we're going to add them to the dialer. Okay. So we are going to create the workflow, and we're going to create a trigger based off of the new activity. Now, you may want a different trigger than what we use. Again, we have a very specific Close CRM account structure we've used for hundreds of clients that allow us to use this trigger. So if you want the same account structure, you want to talk about how to get your Close account to be absolutely optimized in the best possible way, click the link in the description below, schedule a call, talk with my team. But that is for another video. Right here, we are just going to trigger whatever trigger you actually choose, and then we're going to update the lead, okay? So this is just a step. If you click add, you can choose update lead, okay? So we are going to update the lead, and then we're going to choose the field or the lead field that we're actually using. So you can see here, DialerSync dialer action, remove from all lists. Why would we remove from all lists if we're about to enroll to all lists? Well, if they happen to be in another list, or they might be in dialer.io somewhere, it's just a good use case to remove them first, okay? So we always want to start by removing them first. Then we're going to go to update lead. And this is where that list ID, like I was saying, we're actually going to use it. So we can see here, we have a couple different list IDs. All you want to do is make sure that when you come into here, you're enrolling it to the first list. Okay. So this is the list ID right here. You can actually go here and modify or stop the campaign. But if we come into lists, you'll be able to see the 3 lists here. You just need to know what cadence is associated with what list. Okay. So that is important. You can mess that up because the cadence is different from the actual list. So in this situation, we have the qualified application list that we want to enroll them to. We just want this list ID. So pretty straightforward, but we're going to grab that and we're going to make sure that that is selected here. Okay. So we're essentially setting the list ID. And then we're going to do one more update step, and we're going to select add to dialer. So what we're doing is we're selecting the list, and then we're choosing the type of enrollment or unenrollment. So we can see add to cadence, add to dialer, none, remove from all dialer list, remove from a single dialer list. Okay. So we're removing, we're updating the list ID, then we're enrolling to that specific list ID. Okay. So really, really straightforward. Now, the other thing we want to do is dialer.io remove from list. So when we have a call activity with an outcome of disqualified, for example, you can see here. So where call outcome is any of, and then we have the call outcomes. We want to do the same thing. We're going to update the list. We're going to remove from all lists. And then we're going to set the lead status in this situation to bad fit. Okay. You don't have to update the lead status. We do in this situation. So that is the second workflow we're going to remove from the list. The third one is going to be dialer booked / nurture, remove from list. So if they book a call, we're going to remove them from the list. So in this situation, we have the calls where demo booked, intro booked, or nurture. So the outcome of the call itself is one of those. We're going to update, remove from all lists. Then we have triage call booked. Same exact thing, right? So the trigger is going to be the triage call booked activity. Whatever you're triggering inside of your account to match that, you can use. In this situation, we use the custom activities inside of Close CRM. We have another video on the channel for that. But we're going to trigger off of the custom activity. So when a triage call is booked, it's going to trigger this, and then we're going to remove from all lists. Super straightforward. And then the last one here, we have O5 strategy session booked. You can see that here. So when a strategy session is booked, meaning they book on Calendly, they get put through, it's going to trigger this event. Then we're going to remove from all dialer lists. Okay. So pretty straightforward. You need dialer.io, you need DialerSync, and then you need Close CRM. Once you have those 3, we're going to add the 2 API keys to DialerSync. Once those are connected, we're going to pull our list into DialerSync and match our properties. And then once we do, we're going to create our workflows, make sure we're adding and removing people exactly how we want. Now, again, if you guys maybe are overwhelmed by this, or it's your first time hearing about dialer.io and you want to reach leads more effectively, you want to have better connection rates, you want to have more conversations with your actual leads, and you want to have better visibility into what your sales reps are doing on a day-to-day basis, then go ahead and click the link in the description below. Schedule a time to talk with me or my team. It's completely free. We'll point you in the right direction, regardless if dialer is the best dialer for you or it's something else. There's tons out there. There's Alware, there's the Close CRM internal dialer, there's Ready Mode, Kixi. I mean, there is a ton of different options that you guys have. The question is, which one works for your business? So I hope this video is helpful. Comment down below if you'd like to see other videos like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along. And we'll see you on the other side. Cheers, y'all.